Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Love Chat with the Love Twins. I'm so excited to be here with you. I'm Gladys Diaz, and I am one half of the Love Twins of Heart's Desire International. And I'm excited to talk about today's uh, topic because there's so much talk out there about getting your man, finding your man, hunting for you. I mean, people don't say hunting, but that's really like the approach that some people are taking. It's like I've got to do all this stuff in order to find a man. So I have a question today, like what if you don't have to do any of that? What if the goal is not finding your man? The goal is this knowing what the secret is to have him naturally find you. You don't have to be the one looking, you don't have to be the one trying, you don't have to be the one working, right? Because we're so used to it as successful women. We're so used to having to work for what we want. But what if instead you are simply being, and I'm going to talk about what that means. It doesn't mean you throw your hands up in the air and don't do anything, because anything that matters to us requires a beingness and then some aligned and committed actions. But what you're not doing is working hard to have the love that you want. So if you've been trying to make love happen, if you've been the one who's often made the first move because you think that that's what you need to do to kind of get the ball rolling, if you've been working really hard to make potential, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like he's got potential, it's got potential. If you've been trying really hard to make potential into something real, a real lasting loving relationship, or maybe you're over analyzing things, you overthink texts, you don't even feel like you can say what you want to say because you're so worried it's going to be the wrong thing, right? That you're going to say it wrong or you're not going to get it right. What if you just didn't have to do any of that? You didn't have to feel the emotional weight that comes with all of that, plus that feeling that you're the one who has to make it happen, that you're the one who has to hold things together. If you resonate with any of that, and I don't see any comments, so I really am hoping that I'm just gonna have to, I don't know why this is not letting me chat or comment, but if you're there, can you say hello? So I don't feel like I am talking to myself, right? That's one of the things that happens when you're doing these live streams, when people are not saying, hey, yeah, I see you, I'm here. So if you're there, say hi. All right, thank you, Joyce. I don't feel so alone. Thanks for being here with me. All right, so did any of that resonate? Like the working hard, the trying to make it happen, the forcing things to happen, it just not feeling easy. If that's you, then you are going to be so happy that you took this time to be here with me and all of us here now. All right, so first of all, I know exhausting that cycle can be, right? When you're feeling, like you have to do it all. And it's so heavy and it's so hard. What happens, and we don't always realize this, is we're actually, when something feels hard, or even you're anticipating that it's going to be hard, there's already a certain level of resistance that your brain is going to say, I don't want hard, I don't want pain, I don't want heavy. And so you might actually, that's part of the sabotage that we talk about, that silent sabotage. So we know it can be exhausting when you're doing all of that. So today, what I'm talking about is how to stop chasing love and start allowing love to find you naturally, effortlessly, and being in alignment with the woman you already are at your core. That you don't have to be someone that you're not in order to have that love find you. There might be some things to get out of the way, and that's why we're here, right? So that we can learn what are the things that might be blocking. But I want to start by saying this. Excuse me. Attraction isn't about saying the perfect thing. It isn't about playing games or following the rules. It's none of those things. Alignment and attraction are energetic. So when you are attracting someone to you, it's because that person is aligned. But first, you're aligned with your values. And then energetically, you're attracting someone to you who's also aligned with that vision and with those values. So think about it this way. And I know that this is true. And you can just, ladies, put in the comments if this resonates with you. You can be doing all the right things. In fact, some of you, the reason you're frustrated is because you feel like you've been doing all the things for a long time and it's not working. So you could be doing all the right things and feel like it's not working because all of that doing and the resisting, right? The subconscious resisting and the difficulty of it all, it puts your nervous system into overdrive because it's too much. Not that you're not able to handle things, but you do enough handling of things at work, in your work life, in your personal life. You don't need your love life to be something that you have to handle. So Michelle and I see this all the time. High achieving women are so used to doing everything and fixing everything and handling everything that they're disconnected from their receiving energy. So doing energy is masculine energy. Receiving energy is feminine energy. So it doesn't mean that you're, like I said, you're not a blob and we're not really great at just being passive when we're successful women, but you also don't have to be the one driving everything. So when you are in that receptive energy, what happens is that your nervous system is regulated, you feel grounded, you feel aligned with the experience that you want to have in a relationship, which is easy and flowy and a match for the kind of love and experience that you want to have. And now you're standing in your worth and you are emotionally available. And the men who are aligned with that, they feel that. You become magnetic. That's what we mean about when we say being an irresistible woman. You're magnetic. You're attracting a man who's actually seeking to create the same kind of relationship that you want to create. A man who wants to be with a woman who's in her feminine, because a man doesn't want to be competing with you to be the bigger man in the relationship, right? To be the more masculine person in the relationship. So now he feels like he's able to be in his masculine energy. And what you start to experience when you're in that magnetic, attractive way of being is that you don't have to attract love from effort. You're attracting it from alignment with you, with your vision and your values. That is the energetic vibration. That's the energetic match that you want to have. Okay. So let's just be honest. I know that the majority of the women who are in our community, who come to our events, who attend these love chats, are highly driven women. So let's talk about the achiever trap, right? I want you to think about this. How often in your love life, well, let's just start in your life, right? Do you feel, oh, if I want to get this, then I have to do more. I've got to do more of this. I've got to do more of that. And it's this like we call it the achievement trap, because what happens is that you bring those skills that possibly give you a ton of success at work. If you work harder and smarter, you're probably going to be the one getting the results. Let's come over here to your love life. If you have the mentality that you need to do more in order to get love, that you need to heal more, that you need to be more, that you need to have more just to be ready for love, first of all, I get it. I get it. Because that is what serves us. Hey, Deborah, that is what serves us in our careers, in the work area of our life, right? Whether you're a business owner or you have a job. Right? And if you're retired, you resonate with this from when you were, right? When you were working. So I get it, because I know if you're anything like the women in our community, you've done therapy or you've done some sort of inner work to heal what you believe gets to be healed. You've read books, you've watched videos, you've invested in programs, but still nothing Like it's something still feels off, like something's missing. So here's the shift. Everybody get ready. Everybody take a deep breath and get ready. Lean in, because it is not about more hard work. Attracting the love you want is not about hard work. When your energy says, I'm not ready, I need to do more, I need to finish this before I can do that, I'm not there yet, what happens is you're saying, I want love, I want to receive love, but you're literally keeping love at arm's length. You're giving a mixed message that you want love, but you're actually saying, nope, not yet, not ready. So I want to this is the part that I want you to take the deep breath for and receive. You do not need to prove that you are worthy of love. You don't. You don't need to do anything. At work, if you want the raise, usually, yes, you've got to prove that you're the best person for the job. But when it comes to love, you do not have to prove that you are worthy. You already are. You just need to trust that you're worthy and deserving of it. So one of the things we're going to talk about this weekend at the Irresistible Woman Live is this concept of being worthy and being deserving. So being worthy means you believe that you deserve that kind of love that you really want. That's honest and authentic, and it's connected, it's genuine. You feel emotionally safe in this relationship. You being worthy means I get that I am worthy of that. I can have that. Deservingness is allowing yourself to receive it. So we're back into that receiving energy. Okay, so chasing love, the doing of it, of everything that sending the first text, planning the dates, making sure that you're on his radar, all of that doing, and the doing of getting ready to love again, all of that doing, it actually pushes love away. Chasing pushes love away. Trying too hard pushes love away. But embodying love, being the woman who already knows that she's worthy and deserving of it, that yes, there may be some inner work to do, but that doesn't mean I have to wait for all of it to be done in order for me to be ready to receive love. So the woman who's in that embodiment of love, she actually pulls love and she draws it in. It is magnetic. She doesn't have to do anything. It's not like pulling like you're doing the tug of war. It is like it is naturally drawn to you. Okay, so let me ask you this. If you have paper and pencil and you want to write this down, it'd be great, because I would love to see the answer to this in the chat. I also would love for you to go even a little deeper with it. And of course, if you come to the Irresistible Woman Live, which I'm going to tell you about, we actually start Wednesday. We've got a pre-event on Wednesday, but I'd like you to sit with this question. So the question is, who is the version of you that's already in the relationship you desire? Who is the version of you? So when you imagine yourself already in the relationship that your heart desires, who is that you? How would you describe that you? I'm giving you a few seconds to actually write that question, and hopefully somebody on my team has dropped it. For some reason, I just can't see the chats. I can see what people are writing, but I can't text anything or put anything in the chat. So who is the version of you that's already in the relationship you desire? So I'm going to give you a hint. She's not perfect. She's not perfect. She's present. She's actually there. The woman in the relationship of your dreams is not perfect. She's present. She's there. Heart, mind, body, spirit. She's not forcing anything to happen. She's not forcing. She's attracting. She's being magnetic. And she's also not hustling, doing, trying, like the little hamster wheel is doing all the moving and going nowhere. She's not hustling. She's actually receiving. She's the embodiment of love, which means not only does she give love, she receives it. She is being loving and lovable. So the other thing I want you to consider, and I invite you to consider, is that this woman, you don't have to manufacture her. You don't have to. You get to rediscover her. She is you. You get to return to her, to the you that you were before the heartaches, before the disappointments, before the disillusionment about love. You get to rediscover, reconnect, and return to being that woman. This is what we call the heart work. Heart work, not hard work. The heart work is the work that clears away what's been blocking you so that you can receive love when it shows up. Because you don't have to be an enforcer, a pretender, the hard worker. You don't have to be any of that. Real love comes to the real you. So it's important to reconnect, rediscover, and return to the woman that you naturally are. That is your natural essence. We call it your irresistible essence. So if returning, rediscovering, and reconnecting with that woman and really embodying the fullness of the woman that you were created to be, so that you can experience the fullness of the love that you were created to have and give and receive. And if you're tired, like just tired of doing all the work in your love life, and you're ready to create a real, I call it a shift, a quantum shift in yourself and in your love life, then I'm telling you right here, right now, this is your moment. Because this weekend, we have the Irresistible Woman Live, and we're inviting you to join us at the Irresistible Woman Live. This is 3 powerful, transformational days where high value, highly driven women just like you stop waiting for love. You stop waiting for love and you stop working for love. And you start becoming the woman that love is already looking for and that love cannot resist. That irresistible woman. Through the 3 days where we will guide you through the heart work, we're going to teach you the same processes, the exercises that we do with our clients. We're going to actually do them together with you to help you shift your energy and show you how to easily receive love without the struggle. And like I said, you want to step in now because we have a pre-event on Wednesday, tomorrow night. And if you can't be there live, you get the replay, but you've got to sign up so that you can get the replay of that event. Now I'll tell you, there's nothing like being there live. I saw somebody put in the chat that you have to work. Then watch the replay as soon as you receive it, because the work that we do tomorrow night together actually starts to accelerate the breakthroughs and the results that you're going to create the 3 days of the event. So you want to go right now to the Irresistible Woman Live. Actually, it's www.irresistiblewomanlive.com. My team will drop it in the chat. Irresistiblewomanlive.com. And this is for you if you're the woman who knows that she's ready to shed anything that's been blocking her, anything that has been stopping you from truly easily attracting that love, so you can start consciously dating. We call it intentional and conscious dating. So you can start dating in alignment with your vision and your values, and intentionally, so that you can easily attract the love that's already waiting for you. It's already there for you to claim. So again, it's irresistiblewomanlive.com. Just go to that, or if you're here live with us, go ahead and click on the link now and grab your spot so that you can get all the information about tomorrow's Prep for Love call. That's what we're having tomorrow evening. I'll be leading that session as well. We're going to actually do some work together. And again, it's all about activation, activating the breakthroughs, the miracles already before we even step into the room on Friday. Women who come to the Prep for Love call literally share that their breakthrough started on that call, and then it just continues when you're at the 3-day event. So go to irresistiblewomanlive.com, grab your seat so that you can also grab the seat at the Prep for Love call. That Prep for Love call is absolutely free. It's one of our gifts to you. And that way we know that we're going to be together Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. So remember that this isn't about dating harder. This isn't about working harder. This is about becoming the woman that you are already. You already are. You're going to reconnect. You're going to rediscover. You're going to return to her and becoming that version of yourself that love recognizes, right? Love recognizes it. Love remembers and runs toward. So that's who you want to be. So I don't know if there's any questions in the chat. If there are any, please go ahead and put them in there. I'll try. If I can't get to them right now, because unfortunately, for some reason, I can't type, I will come back to the chat and answer your questions. And my team is also here to answer any questions, just so that you know the event is November 14th, 15th, and 16th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And like I said, we actually start tomorrow with the replay. So I'm sorry, not with the replay. I'm reading somebody's asking for the replay. With the Prep for Love call, and you must be registered for the event in order to get the Prep for Love call replay before the event begins on Friday. We want you to have that. We want you to be in. Here's the thing. Remember, I was talking about getting ready to get ready to get ready. If you already know that this is resonating with you, you already know that you want to find the way to be there. Might you have to make some changes to your schedule? Yes. But if I was giving you a ticket to Hawaii and you had to figure it out, I'm pretty sure you would. If you had to figure out how to get to Hawaii on an all expense paid vacation, you would. This is better than that, because that vacation, you would have fun for sure, but you wouldn't be sharing it with the love of your life. Let's take that Hawaii vacation now and then one when you're on your honeymoon, right? We've had so many clients go to so many amazing places. We just found out, by the way, that another one of our clients is in a happy, loving relationship. This is a woman who came out of a very difficult divorce. Her heart was broken. She never in a million years thought she had waited till later in her life to get married because she wanted to make sure that it was the right person. And then the marriage fell apart and she was terrified to open her heart to love again. And just got a message from her through Facebook Messenger yesterday, letting Michelle and I know that she's in this beautiful, loving relationship, and she attributes it to the heart work. And she came to the Irresistible Woman Live. So I'm telling you, this event it's not just a ticket to an event. This is a transformational experience. You're going to be immersed in this experience. It's 100% virtual, so you can enjoy it from the comfort of your home. And some women have actually rented a hotel room. They've treated themselves to a hotel room for 3 days so they wouldn't have any distractions. So there's a way. There's always a way when it's something that's important. And we're not doing this out of struggle and work. We're doing it out of a commitment to transforming whatever's been in the way, removing that, and creating the space for the love that's looking for you to come to you without it being hard. Okay, so let me see. I told you the dates. You'll get an email as soon as you go to irresistiblewomanlive.com. Sorry, my voice is going away. Irresistiblewomanlive.com. As soon as you go to there and you grab your ticket, you can also grab a VIP ticket. That'd be super, super smart, because then you get to come to the additional sessions. So VIPs get additional sessions with Michelle and myself, additional coaching sessions. You also get a very special session with our husbands. It's called the Intimate Evening with the Love Twins and their husbands, where you get to ask our husbands the questions that you've always wanted to ask a man about how men think. How do men know? What is it really that a high quality man is looking for? These are, my husband and I have been together for over 26 years. Michelle and Arnie have been together for over 18 years. These are men who know how to make a relationship last. So you want to ask that kind of man the kinds of questions that you have in your heart. So go to irresistiblewomanlive.com. And let me see, I have a quick question. What dating app is a good one? So we answered this. It's probably one of the most popular, probably in the top 5 questions that Michelle and I get. And what I'll say is, and I'm not saying this to be dismissive or to be, I don't know, cocky or anything. We have clients who are meeting their husbands on all different types of apps. If there was one where most of them were meeting him, I would tell you. But all of them, and I don't get any affiliate fees for, any payment for mentioning any names, but women have met their husbands on Match.com, on eHarmony, on OkCupid, on Silver Singles, on Plenty of Fish, on Tinder, on even Facebook dating. Like, it's not the app. It's when you have gotten out of the way whatever has been blocking you. Because here's why women ask that question. How can I want to go on the app that where I'm going to meet a high quality man. Well, when you're being a woman who's inside of this essence, this irresistible essence, it doesn't matter what app you're on. The right man finds you. And they are out there. Otherwise, our clients wouldn't be getting married. We have a client getting married the weekend after the Irresistible Woman Live, and Michelle and I and our husbands have the blessing of being invited to the wedding. Right? So we'll be there watching her make that dream come true. I'm telling you, if there was one app, a couple I didn't mention. People are meeting great men on Hinge, Zooks. I mean, all of them that you're probably familiar with. So come to my coaching would be, come to the event. Let's get whatever's been in the way out of the way, and then let us help you to create a profile that's going to actually attract a man who's a match for you, your vision, and your values. Okay? So here's what I want you to remember. If you remember nothing else, you do not have to keep overworking to be loved. You don't have to search for love. You don't have to hunt for love. You don't have to fish for love. Whatever analogy is out there about love, you do not have to go searching for it. It's already looking for you. You don't need another tip. You don't need another text strategy or another reason to wait to get ready for love. You really don't. You just need to become available to the love that's already making its way to you. And the way to do that is to, like I said, remove whatever's been blocking you. It's in your blind spot. If you knew what it was and how to get it out of the way, wouldn't you have already done it? So what Michelle and I do during these 3 days is we guide you on how to identify, break through, and replace whatever has been blocking and stopping you from attracting the love that your heart desires. Okay? Because when you know what to do, see, what makes things hard, what makes dating hard is not knowing what to do, not knowing how to date successfully, how to date intentionally and in alignment with your values. That makes things hard, right? So for Tillis, he is looking for a love vision is when you imagine the relationship of your dreams, the way you want it to feel, the love, the connection, the honesty, that we can talk about anything. And even if it's a difficult conversation, there's still love and connection, that I feel emotionally safe. So that's your love vision. He also has a love vision. And when the love visions match, that's how he finds you. When you are an energetic match for the right man, that's how he finds you, how love finds you. Okay. So that was a great question. So when we talk about, and we're going to talk about this more at the event, we're going to help you create a love vision that is in alignment with your values, with who you are and what you want to experience. And the thing is, we have to get your fears and your limiting beliefs and the dysfunctional patterns, the patterns that have been working for you. We've got to get those out of the way. We call those love barriers because they block love. Because otherwise, you're creating a vision inside of your fears, or through the filter of your fear, of your limiting belief, or of the patterns that have been created. So we've got to remove those and then teach you how to replace those thought and behavior patterns with new and empowering ones that actually work. And then the skills. How do you date successfully? How do you date intentionally and in alignment with your values? So when you do that, that's what makes love easy. It's not doing, it's being that irresistible woman. Okay. So again, go to irresistiblewomanlive.com. 3 days might seem like a long time, but it is a split second compared to living the rest of your life in the relationship that you've always wanted. If somebody would have told me a year before I met my husband, even 6 months before I met my husband, that I was going to meet the man that I was going to marry, that we were going to have this beautiful life together, two amazing children, living the life of my dreams, I would have thought they were crazy 6 months before I met him. And then one day I made the decision that I wanted to be ready, not get ready, be ready for love. And I started to do the heart work that we're going to teach you this weekend. And 4 months later, I attracted my husband. And I have spent 26 years loving and being loved by the most amazing man on the planet to me, right? He's perfect for me, and I am perfect for him. And that's what I want for you. Okay. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, 30 days, or I've gone to events before and it hasn't worked, that's all the stuff you want to bring to the Prep for Love call so we can get that stuff out of the way and you can enter the room, the virtual room on Friday, ready to manifest, create the love that you desire and you deserve. Okay. So go to irresistiblewomanlive.com. Take that step. Take that step that says, I'm ready now. Because when you know what to do and you know how to do it and you know who to be, you stop the struggle, you step into your personal power, and you get to attract, create, and have the love and the life that your heart desires. And we want nothing more than to walk side by side with you and help you to do that this weekend, because the love that you want is ready for you and you are more ready for love than you think. All right. So have a great rest of your evening. Like I said, if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and ask your questions. I will come back and answer your questions. And until our hearts meet again, always remember that you are loved. Goodbye for now.